Yo, what is going on, guys? This video is sort of a request. I'm sure a lot of you saw the title of this. We're like, oh my god.
Oh, I'm ready. I'm ready with my keyboard. Let me hop in the comment section. Oh, I can't believe you.
I will say that these are just my opinions. These are the top 10 things that I hate about the Pokemon community. They don't have to be yours. This is just my opinion, okay? Now, a lot of the things I'm going to say, I'm just going to say them. You don't have to read into it. You don't have to agree with me. You don't have to believe what I'm saying. This is just my personal top 10 things that I hate about the Pokemon community. Okay? Okay. So let's start with number 10. Well, I told you guys on Twitter I was bringing a spicy one. It's going to be a spicy one. So the low-hanging fruit at number 10 for me, which should set the bar pretty low, quite honestly, is bring back national decks. Really? Bring back national decks? Hey man, the dude is on the toilet, checking Twitter, watching some cat videos. He doesn't need you clogging up his personal ats and notifications because you're upset that an imaginary digital monster is not in the latest release of a children's game. I don't think it's any stretch of imagination to say that this is a children's game. And yes, I'm 30 years old. I've loved Pokemon since it first came out. The reason that I have this YouTube channel not only is because I love the community that it brings and I miss that from high school, but also because I've wanted to make Pokemon content since I saw that making Pokemon content was a thing. I've always been into TCG, I've always been into VGC, and I've always wanted to make Pokemon content, but I never had the opportunity to get a capture card or anything like that until the Nintendo Switch released. Because the Nintendo Switch, all you need is an Elgato capture card. You don't need to send your DS to Japan or whatever. I may be going above and beyond about the ability to make Pokemon content, but we all love Pokemon. Just play the game. You don't see people in the Monster Hunter realm or, Street Fighter, or Tekken or whatever freaking out and spamming the creator or director's personal DMs. Hey, bring this character back, or bring this monster back, or blah blah blah, boycott the game. No, you can just wait for the next one or not play it. The end. Bring back national decks is number 10. Number 9. I know this is ironic coming from me, but it's the drama. I myself got embroiled in a bunch of Verlicified drama. There's a bunch of drama with a bunch of other people. I'm not gonna name names. I'm gonna try not to name names, but I think we all know who we're talking about. Actually, there's a couple of people that we could be talking about when, I mentioned number 9 being so much drama. The sheer amount of drama involved in the community is like, okay, no, stop. It's not that serious. It's a game. Now, the personal attacks, I understand people's, prideful need to respond and come up with something and win. Oh, I gotta win this argument. But, if there's bad things going on, expose them. If it's not that serious and you just don't like someone, you can make a funny YouTube video, but just let the drama die. Let the drama die. Let it die. Take a hint from me, who deleted all of my drama videos, or any videos that were just like generally negative, except for this one, obviously. Ha 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 ha. Stop. Let it die. Let it die. Which brings me to number 8. Pokemon fans seem to have a strange taste in content. I have here in my notes, some people have a ton of subs and some people very little for seemingly no reason. Now, I'm not going to name names because it'd be very mean, but some people have I'm not going to say low quality content, because one thing that Duncan Can't Die, Duncan Knee Deep, whatever Duncan, you know him. If you're in the Pokemon sphere, you know who that is when I say Duncan, so I'm just going to say Duncan. One thing that Duncan has always said is that quality is subjective. It's subjective. If it's McDonald's and people like McDonald's, okay, this might be a little mean, but I'm gonna go with this metaphor anyway. If it's McDonald's and people like McDonald's, then McDonald's content is fine. But if it's a nice fine dining style of content, then that's also fine, I guess. But to me personally, there is a clear difference between quality content and quantity content. And I don't understand why, in my opinion, some people have so little subs, some people have so many subs, myself included. And yeah, I'm allowing this video to get personal. It's my video, it's my channel. So if the old 30-year-old man with gray hairs and a baby is gonna cry about a children's game, let it be this video. This is my top 10 list of things I hate about the Pokemon community. That's why you came here, right? Okay, then let's move on. Anyway, I never understood why some people have so many views and subscribers and some people don't. Of course, I'm gonna include myself in there, but there are tons of other way better creators than me that just can't ever seem to grow, and I just don't understand. So that's my number 8. Number 7 is people in the Pokemon community particularly seem to get very bored. And I think it has a lot to do with my number 7 as I'm looking at my list. But it's almost as if as soon as a new game comes out, it's dead in like a month. People have done everything that there is to do, they want more, and they call it a dead game. There's nothing to do, and it's like, okay, all right. I mean, maybe don't turbo through the game, enjoy it, maybe chill out. If that's the way that you like to enjoy the game, then that's the way you like to enjoy the game, but you're gonna get bored. There are consequences for, doing whatever it is that you're doing. If you're enjoying the game really, really fast, and it happens over and over again, chances are in the next game you're gonna be like, oh, this is boring. They should go back to whichever generation I think is better, because I don't remember that I was also bored with that game as soon as I was done with it. Maybe this is a pattern that I can address in my own life instead of complaining about the games being boring. Maybe I'm the problem. Anyway, might be going a little too galaxy brain for you guys watching this video. Let's just move on to number 6. Number 6, what I noticed is, I don't know, it's not necessarily cheating or hacking or whatever. I'm not that type of person, but there is a level of that the community, if you want to start off as a creator, you're just not going to have access to. You're not going to know what to do. You're not going to have a hacked Switch. You're not going to have access to, Citra unless you ask somebody, and it's very hush hush because it's unofficial versions of the game. It's like illegal, right? We all know it's illegal, no one cares, and it's fine, whatever. They've let it go on for however. If it's illegal, if it's not illegal, that's it doesn't matter. That's not the argument. The point that I'm making is that it sets like this impossible standard for some young and impressionable subscribers that they can just start a Pokemon YouTube channel when they really can't, because they don't have access to, a Katsu Kitty capture card or a way to get a professional looking game capture thing, or the latest ROM hack that has increased shiny odds or whatever. And again, a lot of this is very personal to me, but I've also seen it in other people who want to create content that is Pokemon related, that mostly stick to Showdown because they can just capture Showdown. They don't need a face cam, they don't need anything. And it really bothers me. There's sort of like a barrier of entry to where you need 5 switches and you have to shiny hunt 6 Pokemon, all while, doing a randomized Egglock, Cagelock, Nuzlocke versus randomizer, Wonder, Air, Sky, Earth, Wind, Heart, Fire, Captain Planet, Lock, blindfolded while asleep. People only have, okay, so I'm gonna pop you guys balloon. I'm gonna burst you guys bubble real quick and say that anyone who is doing a randomizer anything, that's hacked. That's either a ROM hack or something. That's not, obviously, I'm sure that I don't, now that you're hearing it, it sounds, well, duh, because the Pokemon games aren't randomized, but the daily content that is coming out from these content creators is something that, unless you have the proper resources, you cannot create yourself. So everything you put out, and I'm speaking about myself because I feel this way sometimes, everything that you put out is boring. You know what I mean? Because it's just the regular old game. You know, Nuzlocke came to being because it was a new and challenging way for someone who was, number 7, gets bored very easily, and they've done everything there is to do, and so they invent a new thing to do. And so we have ROM hacks, and we have all of these different challenges and stuff, and it's like, yeah, challenges are cool, but if people who are growing up watching your content want to eventually create a Pokemon-related channel, they can't do what you're doing. You know what I mean? Anyway, that's enough of number 6. More of a technical thing. Moving on to number 5. Number 5 is 100% for me personally. I mean, obviously all of these on the list are personal for me. It's my top 10 list. But anyway, leaks, especially with Sword and Shield. I know that you feel it's your journalistic duty as a Pokemon community member to report all the news. You're not a journalist, bro. Half of you are in college for something that has nothing to do with you being a full-time YouTuber, and the other half of you probably didn't even go to college. So stop treating it as if it's your civic duty to report every single thing that comes out. Because number 1, especially when it comes to leaks, it might be true and you're spoiling the game for everyone that's watching your videos that trusts you, and that you have a responsibility to your viewers, because if you consider yourself a content creator and influencer, you are responsible for your viewers. You absolutely are. Just like on Twitch or anywhere else, if someone who is in your chat room says something that's really bad, that's against TOS, it is your responsibility or your mod's responsibility to get them out of the chat. In that same regard, you're responsible for the things that you say and everything like that in normal life, but more so when you have a giant platform with thousands and thousands of subscribers. So when it comes to leaks, on all of your social media platforms, you have to understand that if you have thousands and thousands of subscribers, yeah, I know that you want to promote yourself so bad. We all do. That's why we're on YouTube. We all want to grow. We all want to get subs. Yeah, but there's some things where it's like, don't we all love these games? Then why are you spoiling it for everyone? Especially the people who don't mark spoiler tags, right? Come on. I thought we all love these games. So couldn't you in some way exercise some sort of wisdom? I guess, especially after Bring Back National Dex, asking for wisdom from people from the Pokemon community is like, anyway, but come on, like, stop leaking everything. If you think it's a potential leak, you can mark it with spoilers. A lot of people do, but I had to completely hop off Twitter and everything. My Sword series, Let's Play series, I'm not even going to link it on the channel. I'm not going to promote it. But I have a Sword Let's Play series that I went into completely spoiler free because I was off of social media, all social media. I literally, this past week actually, I went back and followed all the Pokemon content creators that I had unsubscribed from on YouTube or unfollowed on Twitter or muted on Twitter because of Sword and Shield leaks, because I wanted to enjoy the game my way. And when you make it a point to promote yourself because you're trying to grow your channel and it affects the way that I enjoy the game, that kind of hits home, right? You know what I mean? Oh, then don't watch, then don't click. Okay, well, isn't that the point? Don't you want more viewers? Don't you want to grow? So then maybe exercise a little bit more caution when you're doing stuff like that. I don't know. I just feel like along with number 5, it's just a general disregard because people just want to get the paper, right? They want to grow their YouTube channels and get the ad revenue like we all do, right? It's the dream to make money off of YouTube. It is, don't get me wrong. But at the same time, you have to take into some consideration that maybe some kids are watching or people who really care about the game or something, whatever is going to make you feel any sort of emotion towards this topic. Something. Exercise some sort of discretion. Which brings me to number 4. Number 4 is there are too many Pokemon content creators. I know it's ironic coming from me, I like to emphasize Pokemon because it's this sort of cathartic thing where until the Switch released, I couldn't upload Pokemon content because I didn't have a way to do it. And now that I am uploading Pokemon content, by the way, it's not just a Pokemon exclusive channel. It's the only thing that I really care about enough to share with all of my friends because they all like Pokemon and that I want to actually play and have fun and record. I could do other videos I have in the past, scroll down through my channel, but there's way too many Pokemon content creators. Like, way too many. The market is oversaturated. And I'm sure that's the case with everything on YouTube, but that's just a personal gripe of mine that is going to lead us into number 3, which is everyone looks the same. Everyone looks the same and everyone acts the same. I don't mean like physically, but all of their channel art, it's like they go to the same store. It's like everyone goes to the same online store and has the same channel artwork, has the same general themes and GFX and everything, and no one tries to be different because what it takes to be a Pokemon YouTuber is you have to look exactly the same as everyone else. If you don't look like that, people aren't going to click your videos because they're not going to think you're a Poketuber because you don't look like what a Poketuber looks like. And it really bothers me. And that's a large part of the reason why I want to increase my graphic design expertise is so I can do my own thing. And I don't look like every Rival Lock, Black 2, White 2, XY, Glowing Emerald, Super Duper, Ultra Prism, Uranium, Egg Lock, Cage Lock, Sleep Lock, Blind, Battle with only, Can You Beat Whatever with only whatever Pokemon. I don't really want to do that. I'm doing the Shiny Badge Quest because I had fun doing it in Glowing Garnet. And I got Glowing Garnet because I had talked with the creator of Glowing Garnet. He was like, bro, you would like this. Okay, cool. So there's a connection there other than me just trying to be like everyone else. And my overlays and my thumbnails are not like everyone else. I would love them to be, don't get me wrong. But also, I don't think I would love them to be because then I would look like literally everyone else and everyone looks exactly the same. It's almost like, I think it is. They all get the same, set of graphic designers. They have their own. Anyway, whatever. That's enough for number 3. Let's move on to number 2, which is a lot of the same content, which I think contributes to number 7 and number 4. It's a lot of the same. Rival Lock, Black 2, White 2, XY, Glowing Emerald, Super Duper, Ultra Prism, Uranium, Egg Lock, Cage Lock, Sleep Lock, Blind, Battle with only, Can You Beat Whatever with only whatever Pokemon. It's a lot of the same. A lot of locks, a lot of challenges, a lot of shiny hunting. Nothing too interesting that we haven't seen before. And so it's understandable that all of these content creators are trying to make a living, but what are you bringing to the table? There's so many different formats. Don't get me wrong. If you started right now from scratch by playing a normal playthrough, then doing a Nuzlocke, then doing a Sleep Lock, then doing a Shiny Lock, then doing a Shiny Badge Quest, then doing an Egg Lock, Cage Lock, Rival Lock, versus whatever, who cares, whatever, right? For me personally, I don't need all that. I just enjoy watching people play Pokemon and playing along with them and having a great time because I love the series. But if that's what you're into, why not make something different? Like Duncan with roulette free-for-alls, which ironically is more of the same. I mean, now that we look back, this isn't a diss to anyone, especially Duncan. I love Duncan. I love Callum. I love all of these Pokemon YouTubers, and that's why it makes me pissed off, because it's a lot of the same. And I know that they're better than that, but more often than not, I'm sure that they're thinking in their heads that their subscribers and their viewers only want to see a certain thing, so they're going to put out that certain thing. And I guess that's the case, but that doesn't mean that I have to like it. You know what I mean? I really like Callum's live streams where they're just random and he just is playing something and there's no real, I don't know. Anyway, and number 1 is, I don't know if I want to say this, but it's like the same people doing the same things with the same people. And if you're not in that exclusive club of like the cool kids at the Pokemon content creators table, then you can't grow. Like my boy Super Potion, Moxie Boosted, my boy Levenant back in the day. There's a bunch of people that are just sort of Pokemon content creators that love the game and bring a lot of really high quality, fresh content that's good and it's enjoyable. And they just are there. Maybe it's the YouTube algorithm. I don't know. Myself, I've been stuck at literally, I think it's 3.42K subscribers for like 3-4 years, which is weird. Really, really weird. Now, granted, I will exclude myself because for years I didn't want to be a Pokemon exclusive content creator. I still don't because I still upload random things to my channel. I've always sort of done whatever I want, and that still holds true to today. I just did Mystery Dungeon, and then I'm playing Let's Go Eevee Shiny Badge Quest, and then I lost my file, blah, 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 DLC, blah, blah, blah. You guys get the idea. But for people who are dedicated Pokemon content creators, there are definitely people out there that you should watch, not instead of. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying stop supporting everyone that you're already supporting. I'm saying watch the small Pokemon content creators, right? Maybe don't watch the ones who have no production value in their videos. Again, if enjoyment is subjective, do whatever you want. For me personally, I would say there's a clear way to tell when someone has put effort and production value into their videos to make them look professional and present them in a way that is effective, getting their point across, and is efficient and it's enjoyable all in the same, you know what I mean? Like the real reason to watch a video, and it's not just, you know, screen capture for however long and you know, whatever. I'm not above that. I've done that before when I've wanted to get back in the algorithm and just upload a video. I don't care. It doesn't matter. I need to stay in the algorithm. Daily videos, 10 minutes long, you know. But at the same time, it's like, okay, so are you going to grow that way? Is that long-term sustainability by doing videos like that? I mean, for some channels, I think we know what we're talking about. I guess it is. But for others, it's like, dude, you know, watch someone else. Again, not instead of, but watch someone else. There's tons of small channels out there that you should be watching, not instead of, but in addition to all the guys that have been around for so long. Do you know how long the current like regime of poketubers has been around? A long time. A long time. I would say since around the days of Pokemon XY. Now, if you're like,
oh, well, what about this guy and this guy? They were all after XY and before and blah, 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 blah.
I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care about the details. I don't care. My video, my top 10 list, I don't care. You can disagree with it. It's my opinion. What I'm saying is, a lot of these people have been around for a long time, and I'm not saying that it's time for these people at the top to remove their crowns and we're going to take over. I'm saying there's tons of other people that make excellent content that maybe someone will find the same reason that these big Pokemon content creators got big. Maybe if someone else started getting views, they could be that next big Pokemon content creator because someone finds their channel just like someone found the old guys. I'm the old guy. Anyway, the veteran Poketubers channel, just in the same way. I lost my train of thought on the old guy comment. Anyway, I'm the old guy. You can see my gray hair in this video. That's not gonna work. Anyway, that is it. Now, I want to let you know that this is sort of a satirical video, not necessarily satirical, but I did it because a bunch of people have been requesting that I do top 10 lists, and They also know how I feel about top 10 lists. So I decided to do one, but it was going to be like a spicy one, because I had to, do it in a rebellious way. But the next one is going to be top 10 things that I love about the Pokemon community. So stay tuned for that video. I don't know when that's going to come out. I got a bunch of other videos I have to film and zero time to film them. Anyway, if you like this video, make sure to leave it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to comment. I'm sure a lot of you will. And subscribe to get updates on all of my newest content drops. Make sure you turn the bell on, blah, blah, blah. I've gone on for too long. You guys have been great. I have been the Danger Moss, and I will see you next time. Bye. Oh, man. I'm going to get some comments on that